here we are, my new segment, Games You May Have Missed. Today I decided to talk about a game that's very near and dear to my heart, and one that I've actually forgotten about for a while, so maybe it's not that near. It is. It was one of my favorite single-player escapades, pure gaming goodness, accentuated by tight control with focused, skill-based arcade-style challenge. If you missed the title card, the game I'm talking about is Super Monkey Ball for GameCube.
Monkey Ball started as an arcade game in Japan. The Super part came courtesy of the GameCube version later that year in 2001. Super Monkey Ball was a launch title for GameCube, though I don't recall this per se, as I first got Luigi's Mansion, Tony Hawk 3, and Star Wars Rogue Leader with my console. Holy shit, what a lineup! Nowadays, all you got is Knack. Good going, PS4. It's okay, they got Second Son now. Don't be frettin', fanboys. And although a very good game, I probably should have picked Super Monkey Ball over Tony Hawk. Anyway, I got around to playing it one way or another, and I fell in love. The pure challenge, the silly presentation, the multiplayer goodness. It was of my most played multiplayer titles. The main game consists of rolling your ball, with included monkey, to the goal. Probably not unlike Marble Madness. Simple as that. Except not simple at all. This game is tough. And not unfairly tough, but the good kind, like Dark Souls or F-Zero GX. All it takes is a steady thumb and a good understanding of momentum. Also, controlling the camera effectively, to have a fitting chance of success. Also, you have to come with terms that you're controlling the stage, not the monkey and the ball. That kind of blows some people's minds and really changes the way you approach the game. The main game consists of over 100 levels of steadily increasing challenge, and oh boy, does it increase. The beginner has 10 stages. Most people could probably finish this, but if you finish without dying once, you're rewarded with 3 more extra levels to reward you for your diligence. Some of the levels include hidden or hard-to-reach bonus goals that skip you ahead a number of levels and give you a score multiplier. This can be useful in getting past those pesky ones you might be stuck on, but getting to those goals requires practice on their own. Next is Advanced Mode, which bumps the levels up to 30, and this is what separated the men from the boys. It starts innocently enough, but steadily ramps up to this, and then this, and even this? Again, if you clear all 30 stages without dying once, you get rewarded with 5 extra bonus levels, just like last time. This is actually one of the hardest challenges, because you have to make it through all 30 stages, not counting the bonus skip goals, without dying even once. And I guess my skills held up because in recording footage for this video, I managed to do it. So a little pat on the back for me, though I wasn't able to beat Advanced 5 without using a continue, so. C'est la vie. Finally, Expert takes you on a crushing journey through 50 of the most insane levels the game has to offer. Some of my favorites include this one. Also, this. And, oh yes, this. They let up a little, as you only have to complete all 50 without continuing to earn 10 extra stages. But if you beat all those 10 extra stages without continuing as well, then you're in for the ride of your Super Monkey Ballin' life. And let me tell you, this was a difficult feat. First of all, you have to go through and unlock all the levels in ascending order. Then I would go into practice mode and practice each level individually, over and over, until I could complete it at least a 90% completion rate. Then I went back, I finally made it through the 50 stages and unlocked the expert stages, but of course had to continue through those. So then I went back into practiced the expert stages until I had that completion rate, then went back and attempted to make it all the way through again. And I did it. and it was one of the most rewarding accomplishments in gaming for me. And when I saw that first master stage, I knew I was in for quite a ride. Luckily, by this point, I had infinite continues. Even though I lost my high score every time, I could keep trying these ridiculous levels until I plowed through all of them. Master difficulty is just... wow. I've never even beaten level 3 of master difficulty legitimately. I hopped into the goal after many hopping attempts. Each level is an inhuman test of skill, or a couple times some luck. And it's an awesome reward for the hard work it takes to unlock them. The level of mastery in Monkey Ball is staggering, with speedrunners displaying some extraordinary feats of skill and exploits. Really, take a look around for some of these insane videos. You'll find your own cheats too, of course, which actually makes some levels easier, or even necessary to beat them, and that's just single player. Now, not only can you play any of those arcade modes multiplayer, but you can play any level split screen in a race to the finish mode. This is a great mode to sample your friends all your devilishly difficult levels, while keeping the pace and just having a good time. This mode was removed from Super Monkey Ball 2, which is one of the reasons I detest it, but that's for another video. And then the multiplayer, monkey bowling, monkey fight, monkey pool, monkey race, monkey golf, and best of all, monkey target. Each of these games were good, if not great, and the bowling actually set the standard for multiplayer bowling games long before Wii Sports came out. Monkey Pool had an excellent physics, though you could only play 9-ball, which I learned to appreciate, and Monkey Race and Golf were fun distractions, if not on the same level as the others. Monkey Fight is a classic brawl to knock each player out using a silly floating punching glove on a spring. Upgradable items like the big glove, the long glove, and the spin glove make for some great matches. And then there's Monkey Target, the creme de la creme, the tough to master and the tough to start game required the most skill, but also lended itself to the most fun. You start off at the top of a huge ramp, spin the reel of dangers if you didn't turn it off, to see if you receive an adverse weather condition, like clouds blocking your view, spike balls floating in your way, or bombs waiting to blow you up after a successful landing. You accelerate down the ramp, fly off, open your wings, and fly to your desired target. You then control your speed and descent, fighting the wind to land on the highest point total possible. Much harder than it looks. There are 3 different sets of island layouts that you switch between depending how many rounds you set, but that's not all. Each banana you collect raises your item rank, unlocking a new perk for the next round. Level 1 is no wind interference. Level 2 is Break Ball, which slows you down quickly once landing. Very useful. Level 3 is a ×2 score multiplier. Pretty self-explanatory. 4 is basically the best. Stick Ball. Instantly sticking you wherever you land, allowing you to much more easily land on that. Yes, that. You see it? That tiny, minuscule dot off in the distance? That is a target. Only for the skilled, this island will net you 500 points, and Stickball makes it all the more possible. Oh yeah, I still got it. The 5th slot is a ×3 multiplier, but unless you're a prodigy, good luck using that and landing on a higher score than the 500 island.
And that's the gist of it. Rarely is a game so pure and fun, where monkeys and balls are something to be respected. And multiplayer gaming nights last for hours and hours on end. So, if you welcome the fact of opening up your innate gaming skill, or just want a really fun multiplayer night with friends, pick up a copy of Super Monkey Ball. I'm sure you'll find it at any, well, not any. I'm sure you could find a copy for relatively cheap nowadays.
Also, don't be too tempted by the sequels. Although they're all pretty good games, mostly, none can compare to the innovative levels and multiplayer of the first. Monkey Ball 2 ruins single player with too many drawn-out luck-based levels, though multiplayer was admirable with some strange omissions and changes. Monkey Ball Banana Blitz for Wii is pretty good, maybe one of the best besides adding a jump, but only has 50 so-so multiplayer games that you will tire of quickly. Kind of more like Mario Party minigames, but not as good. The DS version is a lame cash-in. The 3DS version is way too easy and way too short. Super Monkey Ball Jr. on Game Boy Advance is actually really good, at least for its time. It's a technical marvel and plays pretty well for a 3D Game Boy Advance game, though it is kinda hard to play with the control pad, but once you get used to it, I recommend it, even with its slowdown. Many of the levels do mirror the GameCube counterpart though. Super Monkey Ball Adventure was a strange misstep for the series, and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe is a great combination of Monkey Ball 1 and 2 on PS2 and Xbox. Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll for Wii is terrible, having dumbed down the levels to make it possible for balance board controls. And I haven't played the iPhone versions. I tried Vita's Splits demo, but it was just more of the same kind of lame 3DS boring puzzles. I'm still waiting for the day that one day they'll make a Monkey Ball that outdoes the original. But at this point, it looks like that day may never come. But I'll always have the original Super Monkey Ball kicking my butt and giving me some of my best multiplayer memories.
Thanks for playing.
So, what did you think? Did you play Super Monkey Ball? It sold well enough back in the day, but I'm sure its popularity has dwindled with recent installments. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Too manly for monkeys in balls? Or you can just go back to your Gears of War, you meathead. You probably didn't play Wind Waker because of its baby graphics either. For shame. Well, hey, if you had fun today, leave a comment, throw me a like, subscribe for future games you may have missed, and other gaming goodness. Make sure to check out my top 20 Mario Kart tracks as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Bear, signing off.